Welcome to my channel BioStudies. Myself Komal, your biology tutor. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about circulation in human heart. So let's start. First point, the circulatory system, it is made up of blood vessels that carry blood away from and towards the heart. That means जो ये circulatory system है ये blood vessel से मिलकर बना है जो blood को away from the heart and towards the heart लेकर आते हैं. So, blood vessels involved in this process are vena cava, pulmonary artery, pulmonary veins, and aorta. Now, first point, vena cava, it is of three types. First is superior vena cava. Next, inferior vena cava, and third one is coronary sinus. Coronary sinus. So basically there are three vena cava vessels. Superior vena cava that carry the deoxygenated blood from the upper parts of the body, and the inferior one carry the deoxygenated blood of the body lower parts, and the coronary sinus bring the deoxygenated blood from the walls of the heart. Clear? Next point, that is the pulmonary artery. Pulmonary arteries that carry the deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle to the lungs. And this pulmonary veins, it carries the oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left atrium. And this aorta, it carries the oxygenated blood from the left ventricle to the different parts of the body. So the location of these vessels we had discussed in the previous lectures. Next, basically, in the circulation of blood, there are two pathways that come from the heart. That is the pulmonary circulation and the systemic circulation. First, the pulmonary circulation is a short loop from the heart to the lungs and back again. That means it's a loop that is from the heart to the lungs and back again. अब आप यहाँ पर देखिए कि हार्ट से लंग्स के पास ब्लड कौन लेकर आता है. हार्ट के पास क्या है? डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड आया बॉडी से, लंग्स के पास लेकर जाएगा ऑक्सीजनेशन के लिए. दैट मीन्स हार्ट से लंग्स के पास लेकर जा रहा है पल्मोनरी आर्टरी. क्लियर? एंड बैक अगेन. दैट मीन्स लंग्स से ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड कहाँ पर आएगा? हार्ट में वापस आएगा. ये काम कौन कर रहा है? pulmonary veins. Yes, in the systemic circulation it carries the blood from the heart to all the parts of the body and back again. That means heart to all the parts of the body. Now हार्ट से बॉडी के पास ब्लड जाएगा ऑक्सीजनेटेड, और ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड हार्ट से बॉडी के पास लेकर जाता है एओर्टा, and back again लेकर कौन आता है? वेना कावास. So that means all the blood vessels we are discussed earlier, that is vena cava, pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein and aorta, they works in a proper way in pulmonary circulation and a systemic circulation. So here you can see the blood circulation complete pathway of it, starting with this right ventricle. Listen carefully. This right ventricle carries the deoxygenated blood. Now, this deoxygenated blood, it goes to the lungs for oxygenation, right? And for this procedure, the pulmonary artery is responsible to carry this deoxygenated blood from this right ventricle to the lungs for oxygenation. Next step. Now lungs do the oxygenation process. Lungs oxygenate the blood. Now the oxygenated blood, it comes to the left atrium, and for this pulmonary vein is responsible. Next point, that is from left atrium the oxygenated blood, it goes to the left ventricle part, and from the left ventricle it goes to the tissues or the body parts, and for this aorta is responsible. Now the deoxygenated blood again come from the body, and this carried by this vena cava from this body to the right atrium. Now the blood is in the right atrium, and that blood is deoxygenated. Again the same pathway goes on in this blood circulation cycle. Clear हुआ कि that how this cycle goes on in a particular manner. एंड आपने इस पाथवे में एक बात नोट करी होगी कि इसको आप हाफ डिवाइड कीजिए, राइट. सो इन दिस वे यू कैन सी द पल्मोनरी आर्टरीज एंड हियर पल्मोनरी वेन्स आर responsible for the blood carrying, and here you can see that is vena cava and this aorta is there. So here you can see both the circulation works in a manner that here the pulmonary circulation takes place, and here you can see the systemic circulation takes place. I hope you understand the lecture. Thank you. Thanks for watching.